been some subtle aerodynamic changes that affect all of the teams. And so, harnessing and trying to optimize those is one of the challenges. The tyres are slightly different as well this year within the new regulations, but RB-19 draws on all the strengths, hopefully, from what was, as I say, our most successful ever car.
Max, what were your thoughts on the first time that you saw the RB-19?
It's right now.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think our livery, has been pretty similar for a couple of years now, but I actually, always find it a cool-looking car. It really shows you, the Red Bull colors all over the place, and we have had a lot of success like that. So why do we need to change it up a lot? Of course, we have a few more partners on the car, a few new partners as well, and that's where it's all about.
Checo, what's the testing process for you guys as you prepare for the season opener in Bahrain, March 3rd?
Yeah, for now it's about getting up to a good physical level before the season starts, because it's very short time that we get in the car. We're gonna be having just a day and a half each on the car before the season starts. So it's really how much you can do now and the work you do with the engineers for now, and that's the key. That's the most you can do.
Daniel, what about the sim work that you'll be doing back in the factory?
We were just talking about it, actually. So I'll be there in a couple of weeks getting ready for the season, and a lot of sim work. I mean, that'll be a lot of, let's say, my work and my contribution, and let the boys take the track stuff, and I'll be working, behind the scenes, and again, try to just develop the car, help understand the direction also that Checo and Max want to take it, and try and lend some of my experience as well to the track and the engineers.
Max, have you done any testing in it yet? Have you done any testing at all in that yet?
Only on the simulator.
What are the differences?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of last year, you get a bit of a picture of what you want from the car, what you want to improve. So that's what we tried to do with this year's car. I cannot get into too many details about it. You constantly just try to make it better. And that's what you're working on. On the simulator, you try to really, get the reference between the simulator and the real track. You try to correlate it as well as you can. And that's a continuous process. But the first feelings have been really good.
Checo, now that you've seen the car, what are the thing that you expected the most for the 2023 season?
Well, once you get to see your new car, you really get excited, and you really realize that the season is about to start. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very long season, plenty of races. So for me, I think it's very important, Bahrain, to get to meet the car, see how it is, and hopefully we have a very first good introduction, because that will set up to a great year.
Daniel, you've had quite a journey from the last time that you were with the Red Bull team. How are you different? How have you evolved since you left here 4 years ago?
Well, I think every year in the sport you learn so much, and I feel like you grow up a lot quicker as well. I'm still immature, but like in other ways, you grow up. And it's like I've gone through, in that time since 2018, gone through some challenges. Certainly some things I was, let's say proud of and learnt a lot from, but also challenging times, and the like character building stuff where you have to dig deep and kind of find yourself a little bit. To come back into the Red Bull family and back to familiar ground, I think it's really perfect for me for this season, and looking forward to a different looking year for me.
Great to see you back here, man. Love your spirit so much. What an unbelievable show so far. We've already covered so much. Fans designing the RB-19 for all 3 U.S. races. A welcome back to our favorite Aussie, Danny Rick, and a first look at the RB-19. So much excitement for the upcoming season. What more can we take?
Well, Marty, we know that 2026 will see F1 next big step change, and today we have some exciting news to reveal for the team's future. Let's take a look at a special message for the Ford Motor Company.
was a great experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome now the President and CEO of Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley. This is huge news to round out our launch event here in New York. Here he comes, as you can see, in a Red Bull themed E-Ford. Jim, good morning.
Morning.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Welcome.
With all these people, it's fantastic. I know you all own Fords, right?
It is fantastic, and I'm gonna give you the floor to share your news. Jim, you're first.
Well, I have to say Ford is going to return to Formula One after more than 20 years. And we looked at a lot of options as good business people, and we wanted to go in the direction that was authentic to us. So we've decided to have a strategic partnership and a technical partnership with Red Bull powertrains to enter Formula One in 2026. And we want to help Kristen and these fantastic drivers, the whole Red Bull racing team, to deliver the goods on the track. It's a huge moment for the Ford family around the world. We have almost 200,000 employees. And we are really excited to engage a whole new generation of customers with our electric vehicles. So it's a big deal for us. We're really excited about the sustainable direction of the sport. We're on the same mission at Ford, and we cannot wait to go racing with you, Kristen.
Fantastic.
What are your thoughts on the partnership?
Well, look, I mean, this is tremendously exciting. It's a big moment for us, for our team, for Red Bull Powertrains as we've started on this journey for 2026, and to welcome the Ford brand back into Formula One. You know, to become a Red Bull Ford, engine and power unit is going to be incredibly exciting. And for us, having the ability to draw on your experience, your EV knowledge, and just depth of resource is tremendously exciting. And I think from the first moment that we met and spoke, and with Bill Ford as well, it was very clear that there was a natural synergy between the two companies, and it was a very easy deal to put together because the desire was there from both sides. So we're incredibly excited in this next chapter for Red Bull as we bring the power unit in-house, with your support. So it's a big moment for us.
And I know that AlphaTauri is also involved in this, correct?
Well, it's the power unit supply. So Red Bull Powertrains, will be supplying both teams in 2026. So it's 2026 seems like a long way away, but it's in engine world. It's tomorrow. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. In a 3-year period from a startup, we've recruited some incredible talent. We've got some great people within the team, and now to be able to draw on all of Ford's expertise and knowledge, and Jim's a racer as well. So he's got that racing spirit, and I think with Jim and Bill behind this project, we're really excited about what we can achieve.
Well, Ford's commitment to greatness in racing is obvious in other forms, and it will be obvious here.
Yes, sir.
Great to see you, Jim. Guys, I also heard on the street, the word is that Max and Checo have already been having a little fun in Ford's electric vehicles. Let's take a look. Max, I don't know much, man, but it looked like that super van could go, brother. What was it like driving that thing?
Yeah, that was a crazy experience. It was a very cold day, but I got out there, and I have to say, 0 to 200, unbelievable. I think it was accelerating faster than a Formula One car, so it was incredible. 4-wheel drive, but I was still having wheel spin, so it was good. It was a very fun day as well.
Checo, you had the chance to drive the incredible Mach-E 1400 in Atlanta. How did it go?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in Road Atlanta. Actually, it was a great track, and it was really funny. And yeah, the amount of power you get through the four wheels, it was pretty impressive. And yeah, I was pretty shocked also with the amount of downforce we had. So it was a great preparation for the season.
And Max, what experience did you got with the Ford cards?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Like, we had a few models there, and also the F-150 Lightning. I think the Mackie was there, basically, like it is there. And yeah, I got to experience it all, you know, the power, but also the comfort. So yeah, it was a great day. Everything was was explained well to me. And the funny thing for me also to find out was that the F-150, that if you have a problem with your house and you have no power, it can power your house for 3 days. So if I ever have an issue, I know what to do.
Good.
How are they going to leave you out of this? What are they doing? What are you doing with the new Ford vehicle?
We'll see. I'm off to Detroit next week, so I'm sure we'll have a bit of fun there. And one of my go-tos, or my I have a Raptor, so
that's what I was going to say. I heard you had a Raptor.
I'm a truck guy, so yeah, I bought a Raptor, like 5-6 years ago, and I love it. So that's a little bit of the Aussie in me as well, you know, with a big kind of, we call them utes, but they're called trucks out here.
You already poking Jim to make sure that you get the best opportunity up there at Ford in Detroit?
I'm ready. He's ready.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate your insight. Let's take a look at another video.
Yeah, it really takes off. Triple truck, I like it.
So cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more very special guest today here in New York City. Can you please extend a huge welcome to the head of Formula One himself, Mr. Stefano Domenicali. I don't see him coming, but he is here. He's here somewhere. Is Stefano coming?
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Is it Stefano?
He's on the way.
Yeah? Okay, he's coming, he's coming.
He's hiding.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
yeah.
How do you hope to be an ear and give some insight to these guys? I know you're going to spend a lot of time in the sim too.
Yeah, so also like on race weekends, you know, I'll listen in and I'll, let's say, if I'm not at the circuit, I'll have access to all the communications and, you know, staying close with all the engineers and being on chat channels with them and stuff and just finding out if there's anything, trying to figure out like what trends we're starting to see and because even if they're winning every race, like no car's perfect, you're always trying to chase something. So try and kind of understand the direction they want the car to go in and develop. And if I have an idea or something maybe I've learned in the last few years with, you know, racing with other teams perhaps, try to lend some guidance or advice or something for me to test in the simulator and try it and give feedback if it's maybe positive.
Yeah, I mean, look, for us to have 3 such quality drivers, to bring Daniel back home, you know, after 4 years, you know, he went on his journey via the other teams. So, but to bring him back, you know, to have these 3 such quality drivers, it really does feel like, you know, we've got the strongest, you know, lineup on the grid. And, you know, Daniel's going to play a key role behind the scenes as well, you know, commercially, as we look to have a bigger footprint in the US. You know, he's going to be in Nashville and doing all kinds of different stuff as well. And obviously with tire testing, he'll get a bit of running in the car and be looking to support the 2, you know, race drivers with the experience that he has. So, you know, it's great for us to have that, you know, that in-house in the team.
So unfortunately, my friends, I've just learned from our group that Stefano is not here. He will not be coming out. So forgive me, he will not be here. But I did want to just continue with you guys just a moment it's wonderful that Ford is re-entering the Formula One arena. Walk us through what that initiative is for your company and how it unfolded with these guys.
I think Ford is a really different company. I mean, Bill Ford, we have Ford family members here. It's a family company, and Bill was always committed to sustainability. And it's about time that the management team catch up with his vision. I mean, our idea is we don't want to make generic cars. We don't make kind of the faceless vehicles. We want to have vehicles with an attitude. And this team represents that. And we want to win in the marketplace. But we want to go electric, and we want to be able to ship software to our cars, to have someone go 0 to 60 faster because we sent software to the car. That digital product, that electric product's coming out in the next couple of years, and we're really excited to work with this team on the technology side and also learn from them. The best aerodynamicists in the world are in Formula One at Redbull. And the most important thing about making a small battery, because the battery is so expensive, is aerodynamics. So we can learn a lot from Formula One, like we did in the 70s and 80s, but for a while the tech didn't transfer. Now it can. So we want to take the technology, and we also want to expose a whole new generation of Americans to EVs, so that they're not this boring point A to point B cars, they're trucks and personality vehicles. That's the strategy of the company.
Christian, this is such an exciting time to be in Red Bull Racing. Can you tell us about how do you define the magnitude of this area for the team?
Well, I think it's a huge era for the team, and of course, as we transition into these new regulations into 2026, for us strategically, it was really important to have the right partner as Formula One moves to pretty much a 50-50 split between hybridization and combustion power, and so for us, setting out on that journey, we wanted to have a like-minded partner, and in Ford with the commitment that you guys have got to the whole EV strategy and so on. We found that, and it's great to see the Ford brand coming back into Formula One. Formula One is in such great shape at the moment with other manufacturers, joining us as well in time for 2026. And the competition is going to be incredibly hot, but I think the foundations that we're laying, and the time that we have in the build-up to 2026, we're tremendously excited and very proud today to announce and welcome Ford to the Red Bull family.
Us too.
Thank you guys all so much for your time today, for your perspective, your insight, your passion. Everyone here and everyone watching all across the world appreciates what you do and admires what all of you do. Thank you. It is wonderful that Ford is back in Formula One. The RB-19 looks amazing. Thank you all so much for joining us today for the Oracle Red Bull Racing season launch here in New York City. The team is very much looking forward to the 2023 season with the ultimate goal of fighting for another F1 World Championship. A reminder, for Red Bull Racing content, head online to The Paddock. It's where you'll be able to watch race highlights, read driver interviews, and get up close with behind-the-scenes insight throughout the season. This is all waiting for you at redbullracing.com/The Paddock. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.